Let's start fourth day of solving puzzle series. Here we are with our first puzzle. So rook comes to c1. We are noticing that okay. So uh, the rook is undefended on h3. So we can sacrifice the rook and we'll be able to get the rook back. So it's rook f takes e4. Now we'll pick up this undefended rook. Let's move on to the next one. Rook comes to e8, but now we are noticing that g7 pawn is pinned to the bishop, so we can capture the h6 pawn and then we'll be able to deliver checkmate. So queen takes h6 check, king has to move, and now queen takes g7 is checkmate. Let's move on to the next one. h3. So we first take the bishop, we first take the knight, and now we will be able to capture this undefended bishop on g5. So it will start with queen a5 check, and it also connects with the undefended bishop. So queen a5 check, c3, and now we pick up this bishop. Next one. Okay, so after the end of the variation we will be able to win the rook, because the e1 rook is only protected by queen and this rook, but for that we first capture this rook. Rook takes e6, queen takes, and now we go with our rook. So rook e8. Okay, so in this variation we will pick up this queen with our knight. Knight takes e8. So we have queen in exchange of rook. Next one. Queen takes e6. So we are noticing that after we deliver check on g5 we will be able to deliver checkmate. So starts with rook g3 check, king has to move. Now we don't give check on g g7 because then king escapes, so we give check on queen h5. Next one. Queen d6. Okay, so we are noticing that we will be able to fork the king and queen and bishop, and after that the variation will continue. So it starts with knight c4. We'll pick up the bishop, and now we pick up this pawn first with our queen. So queen takes g3 check, queen blocks, and now we don't pick up queen, but we pick up this knight with check with our bishop. So bishop takes f4. Oh no, we take is e3 pawn with queen with check. So queen takes e3 check. Next one, king comes to g4. It looks like king is already in mating net, but for that there are few squares left. So it should starts with bishop f3, then king has to go to h3, then rook will come to a1 and trying to mate on h1. So it should be bishop f3 check. King has to move. Now we move rook to a1. Rook comes to a1, threatening mate on a1, trying to deflect our bishop with move e4, but we don't move our bishop. Now we deliver checkmate on h1, rook h1 checkmate. Next one, c takes d6. Okay, so we are noticing that um, the the f7 pawn is bent, so we can first take the knight. Queen takes. Okay, now it's the fort uh, d pawn for rook and d pawn for knight and bishop. So we take, there is a tactic hidden there. So we take the pawn with our bishop. Queen cannot take, because if queen takes, then we fork king and queen with knight f6, because g7 pawn will be pinned to the king and queen. Let's move on to the next one. Queen takes. Okay, so we'll be able to fork king and queen, queen and rook. So it should be knight c3, bishop takes e6. We will take with our queen. Queen takes e6. Next one, queen goes to f3. Here also noticing that queen is the only defender of the bishop. So can we somehow deflect the queen? I think we first have to take the rook. So rook takes c1. And now I believe okay, so it should be we are winning the pawn. We will be attacking bishop as well as rook after that. So it's rook bishop takes d3. Next one, rook a7. We're noticing that the bishop on d6 is undefended, and after we move the knight, it will be forked on rook a7, so it should be rook knight c6. Now we pick up this bishop. We attack both rooks with bishop. Next one. Right. So now we are noticing that so it should be let's try f takes e5. Let's try again. Let's try queen takes c5. No. Okay, so now after we take this pawn, the bishop will be attacked. We attack bishop and will be up a piece at the end of the vision. Let's move to the next one. And also the rook will be unpinned. Let's move on to the last puzzle of the day. So I think it should be queen f6. So rook goes there. I think we take the queen now. So that's it for today. I will continue this series tomorrow.